isn't. It's a piece of shit. That's what it is now.
Yeah. I take the animated series over that movie.
That was just terrible. I mean, if somebody said, "Hey, we want you to watch all the crap movies for this amount of money," I wouldn't do it. I would not do it because I'm not gonna lower myself to your standards to watch this, or say, "Hey, we want you to remake this movie." You know what? Screw you, because I ain't doing it. Unless you give me the okay to do it myself, you just funding it, okay, I'll do it. But if not, you say we got to back you up on it, I'm not doing it. You know, it bothers me that you got a fun game like Mario. Mario's games are fun, and classic games, old school like Double Dragon, and we get garbage like that.
Yeah.
Very much
You know what?
garbage.
They're gonna go after all the video game icons. Next, Sonic. And they've already raped that series, in my opinion, as far as the games are concerned. But, I mean, it's like, what's next? What are you guys gonna screw up next? It's so much. It's crap after crap after crap. And it needs to stop. Like, more people need to make videos about this because, man, I want to know what other people think. Because, man, I'm sick of them screwing up these great franchises. I really am.
Exactly. But I do have a ray of hope, guys.
Okay.
Ubisoft wants to make movies. And their first one? Yeah, Ubisoft.
Okay.
They've made a movie company. And they're choosing Assassin's Creed as their first movie.
Okay. Assassin's Creed, I've liked the games. You know, I like the elements of, you know, that where they take place. I mean, they are good games. You know, I love the stealth aspects of it. I love coming up on somebody using the hidden dagger and things like that.
But I'm hearing that if the movie's already out, Assassin's Creed, it's a piece of crap movie called Priest, from what I hear. You guys see, it's endless amount of fun.
Okay.
And, once again, they got the money, the funding. All you got to do is hire the people. They will I'm pretty sure they would gladly love to make a movie franchise for the fans, but that ain't gonna happen.
He said Priest. Oh my God, that was funny. That was funny. I gotta go. That was good.
We agree with what you said, but that was a good.
That was such a good one. In terms of also, guys, what we're talking about is that V's right about one thing. Yeah, we want to hear your guys' opinion on this. This is something that I want to hear my viewers and subscribers and everybody's subscribers on this, or everybody their opinion on, because it's true. I mean, it really sucks that Hollywood seems not to get this right. And we'll go to another movie, Doom, for example. We talked about Doom earlier in the vid, but we're gonna get more in depth with this movie. Now, this movie, of course, had Carl Urban, who was in Priest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it's funny how the shit connects. I keep telling you,
okay.
Upon shit upon shit.
Okay, Carl Urban is played in movies like Pathfinder. He's also going to be Judge Dredd now. Okay. But he was in that movie along with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or just The Rock, as my wrestling fans out there know him as. Let's put it like this. This movie was pretty much crap, because even Dwayne will even talk about it like it was crap. He'll even joke on it like, yeah, you know, the only part in that movie that had me kind of like, okay, you know, got me geeked out was the end where it went first person for respect out of the game. But like I said, everybody's opinion vary. You know, some people liked it, some people didn't, and we got somebody here that actually pretty much liked it, and I'm gonna let him speak his mind on that. So go ahead, T.
Yeah, guys, it's me. Don't don't shoot me. But...
Yeah, don't shoot him, because I will come after you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I got these guys backing me up. But yeah, I like the movie. Yeah, it did have to respect the game in that it's first-person shooter. But the reason why I like it is because, yeah, it did disrespect the game other than the first person. But you guys have to understand, I'm a fan of old, campy monster science fiction movies of the 70s, 80s, and 50s. So I took it out of my brain like, this is nothing like the game, but it's everything I liked about shitty monster movies, of like classic monster movies. And I just sat down and like, this is just going to rot my brain for a couple hours. And I came out of the theater with my friend Andrew. We were like, that was a good, that was, we saw it at $5 matinee, and we're like, yeah, we got our money's worth.
So you see, guys, there's some things. And I'm with T on that. I mean, I do like those campy 50s and 60s and movies like that. I mean, I can go ways back. You know, it came from beneath the, you know, all those 50s movies. But T's right. You know, he looked at it from a different perspective, and that's how some people do. But then you got those hardcore fans that remember playing the first Doom game, and you know, I remember this game being so controversial. It's like, oh, it's controversial. You know, the Congress wanted to do this with it. This and Mortal Kombat. It's controversial. You got somebody going into hell, fighting demons and things like that. And I'm like, what's so controversial about that? In my opinion, okay. But Mortal Kombat, on the other hand, yeah, it was a little controversial. I mean, you guys ripping spines out, and you know, this was being sold to kids and stuff. I get it, but you know, T's got a point. He looked at it from a different perspective, and I try that, guys. I really do. I try to look at these things from a different perspective, but I can't, because once again, like I said, me conscience start bothering me and saying, you know, you're not gonna try. You're trying, but you know you're not, because it's garbage. You know it is. And that's just the way it is to me.
And you know, to kind of get on that point, sometimes I do it. Like, I will say, you know what, I'll admit a movie's bad, and I say, you know what, it's a shit movie, but I enjoy it. But you know, you kind of take it for what it is sometimes. But they're just, some of them are like Mario and Street Fighter, where you just go, I can't like this at all. There's nothing good to say.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are a lot of people out there. You know, we'll talk about another video game movie. The Resident Evil series. You know, we've all loved the games. You know, I remember playing the first game, guys, and I probably told this story a couple of times. Playing this game with my cousin, and we were down south. We was at my older cousin's house. He lives in North Carolina, and we were down there. And at the time when we played the first game, he lived right across the street from a cemetery. Okay, and we're playing this game. And when they first showed the first zombie, you know, we were so scared of this game. We had ordered pizza, and we actually, I kid you not, guys, I kid you not, we had the delivery guy slide the pizza box through the big opening in the door, the mail slot. I kid you not. That's how scared we was of this game. When we went to the bathroom, we went together. And this is when we were younger, but still, that's how freaked out we were of this game. And it did its job. So when the sequels came out, we were loving it, you know. But I will say this, you know, I'm glad they changed the format of the games now, because let's face it, I was getting tired of that walking around in circles, turn around, and you got to aim this way and do this and do that. Now you get a nice over-the-shoulder look of everything, you know, where everything's coming at you. You know, you can see everything coming, not the other way around, you know. But the movies with quote-unquote Hollywood calls the Queen of Kick-Ass, Mila Djokovic, and I love this.
It's sexy, by the way.
Exactly, and I love this woman to death. You know, this woman is a straight-up geek, you know, and she is in this movie. She's in all 4 of them, okay? And she plays a character named Anna, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the first movie, I went into there with a sense of, okay, they're going to take bits and pieces of the game. And I was right, okay? But I enjoyed it. And I went out, I came out of the movie theaters like, okay, it was pretty much kind of faithful to the game, but it had its own twist to it. Second one comes out, and we see Nemesis. Nemesis was from the third game. Here's the guy that's always watching you. That's what they always said. And I thought the makeup for the guy who was in the Nemesis costume was great, on point, and once again kept it kind of true to the second game. Basically, it was an outbreak in Raccoon City. This time, Raccoon City. I will never get over that name for that city. And it lived up to it. The woman who played Jill Valentine, man, did they spot on? She looked spot on like Jill from the third one. Okay, third one comes out. Now the third one, on a lot of people's mind, sucked because it really started to go in its own direction, and I will agree with that one. The virus spread all over the world, and it wiped out everybody now, or turned everybody to a zombie and things like that. The T virus. They add another character from the mythos, Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield's sister, and from there I'm like, okay, you have another great hottie in my opinion. You had what is her name? Ali Leiter playing Claire, and I'm like, okay, but this, I don't know about this one. I'm not really feeling this one. Okay, and we're gonna stop right there, guys, with those three, and I'm gonna ask my bros about what did they think of it. So V, we're gonna start with you on the first three of the Resident Evil movies. What did you think of them? What did you like about them? What did you didn't like about them? The whole 9 yards. So go ahead.
I thought overall they were entertaining, but I just couldn't get into it. I'm like, you know what, it's drifting too far away from the games. I was really big into the whole. You guys got to remember, Resident Evil kind of started this whole kind of resurfacing of the whole zombie craze you see going on now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It was a hit when it came out, big, and I was like, yeah, this is great. But the movies just didn't scare me. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it for what it is. But the second one really would. I think that's the one that had Nemesis. When they put a Gatling gun on him, I'm like, yo, he never needed that.
Mm-hmm.
That was crap, man. But overall, I just took them for what they were. They were entertaining, but I can't say I necessarily like them. But man, when they finally came out with that biohazard. Well, in Japan, I think they call it.
Yeah, they call it biohazard in Japan.
Yeah, it's here. It's called Resident Evil. But
right.
Man, when they finally came out, Degeneration, I was like, there we go. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's another CGI movie. I was like, there you go. So a step in the right direction. So that's my pretty much thoughts on the Resident Evil movies. And I didn't see the other one.
The last one.
It was in 3D, and I was like, I'm done. I heard Wesker was in it and all that, but not for me.
Okay. And what did you think, T?
For me, it was. I've seen the first two. I haven't seen Resident Evil 3 or 4. So yeah, the first two, I gotta agree with what Zip said. They were entertaining. They were fun, and I didn't have a problem with Nemesis, even though he didn't need the rocket launcher or the chain gun. But it's sad too because Wesker's one of my favorite video game villains, but I had no appeal watching the other two movies because I just felt like it should have just ended at 2. It just felt like the story ended there. I mean, yeah, I kind of left out for a sequel, but I think it could have just ended there and everyone would have been satisfied, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, for me, guys, I've seen them all. Okay, and the last one, Afterlife, was very entertaining. It finally put Chris in there, finally. But to me, the guy who played Chris is the same actor from Prison Break, And I'm like, I don't see you as Chris Redfield. Okay, you're not Chris Redfield to me. Now Wesker was in there, and he was the scene between Chris and Claire was pretty much right out of the fight that we saw Chris and Jill in Resident Evil 5. There's a scene where Chris is talking to Sheva, the new character in 5, and she's asking her what happened